In a quiet forest not far from where the rivers slow and the mornings feel endless, there lived a young crow named Kale. He was clever, sharp-eyed, quick to learn, always asking questions. But there was one thing he simply could not stand: waiting. If a seed didn't sprout fast enough, he'd peck at the soil in frustration. If the wind didn't shift his way, he'd snap at the sky as if it had betrayed him. To Kale, time felt like an obstacle, not a teacher. The older animals would often watch him and gently say, "Good things take time." But Kale would scoff. "Why wait when you could act now?" And maybe you felt that too. That quiet impatience when life doesn't move as fast as you hoped. One day Kale spotted a farmer scattering seeds across a field. Without a second thought, he dove straight in, eager to claim his share. But the farmer was still there, startled and angry. He waved his arms, sending Kale flapping away in panic. Later, from a distance, Kale watched other birds quietly land and eat in peace once the field was empty. Another time, near a still pond, Kale lunged at a piece of floating bread. He slipped, fell in, and struggled as his wings grew heavy with water. Nearby, a heron simply waited and caught the bread with ease. That evening, soaked and silent, Kale began to wonder, what if waiting wasn't weakness, but wisdom? Days later, hunger returned sharper than before. Kale found a mango tree, branches heavy with fruit, but they were still green, hard, not ready. A nearby parrot tilted its head and said gently, "Wait. They'll ripen." For a moment, Kale felt that old rush rising inside him, the urge to act, to force to take. But then he remembered the field, the pond, the quiet embarrassment of being wrong. So this time he stayed. He watched the wind move through the leaves. He listened to the forest breathe. And slowly something inside him softened. Waiting no longer felt like losing. It felt like becoming. Have you ever tried choosing patience when everything in you says, rush? If this moment speaks to you, take a second to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need this reminder today. Days passed, and the green mangoes slowly turned golden. This time, Kale didn't rush. He simply waited. And when the moment came, he took one gentle bite. It was soft, sweet, and richer than anything he had ever tasted. But what surprised him most wasn't just the flavor. It was the feeling. There was no panic, no fear of being chased away, no regret for acting too soon. Just quiet joy, and a kind of peace he had never known before. For the first time, Kale understood something simple yet powerful: when you stop rushing life, you finally get to taste it. And maybe the question isn't what you're chasing, but whether you're ready to wait long enough to truly enjoy it. From that day on, something in Kale changed, not loudly, not all at once, but deeply. He was still curious, still sharp, but no longer in a hurry to outrun life. When the wind was slow, he watched it. When food was scarce, he trusted the timing. And when younger birds rushed past him, chasing everything at once, Kale simply smiled. Sometimes they would ask him, "Aren't you afraid of missing out?" And he would gently reply, "Waiting isn't losing time. It's gaining the right moment." Because he had learned what many of us take years to understand, that patience doesn't delay life. It reveals it. And maybe the next time life feels slow, it's not holding you back. It's preparing something better.